Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Grow Your BNB video. Now today's an interesting one because I get asked all the time, Piers, is it worth using a management company for your Airbnb business or is it worth self-managing? So look, I'm only going to cover like two pros and two cons, and there's so much things, and we've done a whole research behind it. We work with individuals who are self-managing unit. I'm working with management companies who've got over 100 units. Look, it's got, like with everything, you have your pros and your cons, and it's just to make sure that you are aware of this. Now, I hope that look, I've worked with some incredible management companies, and I know with every scale of the business, you need, the challenges are there, and you need to make sure you solve those problems, facing those challenges for management companies. Whereas for somebody who's starting, look, you might be thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? Because I don't actually know what I'm doing right now because it's such a new thing for you. So look, in today's video, I'm going to show you some details, some facts based on my experience. And I hope if you're new to the industry and you're thinking and debating about it, it will give you some value and understanding behind why and how I'm giving those reasons. Guys, if you're new to this channel, my name is Piers. I'm from GrowYourBnb.com, and now let's crack on with today's pros. Now, using management company and their pros first, right? So the first thing I've mentioned here is they have done everything and they know the market. So that is the pros of using a management company, because if you're looking at an investment area and you're speaking to a management company in that specific area, they've already done it. They know the company. They've got, they've got the list of people they've already worked with, all the companies they've already worked with, and effectively they understand the market. That is very, very important. The second thing I always say using a management company in terms of value is speed, which means because they've already done everything before, what it takes you to do maybe 2 weeks is probably done in 24 hours because management company has already done that before. Or I can only say that they probably faced that challenges before with somebody else to know that they can solve that problem in less than 24 hours. Now, there's two pros which I want to share for self-managing units. So now let's talk about two pros of self-managing. Right now, one of the biggest thing I've learned, and this is what I want to share in this journey, is you get to learn the business. Now, I'm not talking about short-term rental business in general, but to think as an entrepreneur, think as a business person, right? All the things, all the factors, I share this quite a lot in my videos, 4 things that kind of dictates most of the business is firstly, people, right? If you look at a quadrant, put people on the left-hand side, on the top left. Then you've got brand and marketing, which is your business branding and stuff. On the left-hand bottom, I put operational legals, everything to do with the boring stuff in the business. And then finally, on your right-hand bottom corner, I put sales performance. And look, you get to learn business. And that is what I get fully excited about self-managing, people self-managing unit. Yes, it can be challenging, but you get to learn business. That's the first one. The second one, I always say is, look, it could be overcoming many things, which is the control, right? Think about controlling the business, because when you're thinking about making decisions in the business, if you're self-managing it, you've got more control, which means it's going to be a lot quicker and making decision. If it's been managed by somebody, you might not have that control. So that's the two pros I want to share in this video. Now, again, I do always want to think about, yes, there is values on both the thing, but there's also not, things that you need to be aware of. And the first cons of using a management company is, I always call it, it's quite difficult to share this, but look, you are just a number at the end of the day. Over the COVID period, look, and that's another reason why I never wanted to start a management company, because at the end of the day, property owners are property rent service accommodation owners are given their properties as a trust to look after them and actually make you guys are management companies to make money. And it's fair to say what last year showed me with different people reached out to me. I've got probably like 50 messages in my inbox about how the management company didn't perform, which obviously with what happened last year, there wasn't enough business. But what I didn't see was management companies being proactive to make their investors and their clients happy. And as a result of that, many people felt that they were just a number in that management company. So that's definitely something that you want to be, obviously not every management company does that, but something that you want to be aware of. The next thing you want to be, obviously, in terms of cons, is your problem is still your problem, which means financially, if the unit does not perform, you are still liable to pay regardless of everything, right? So when the management company comes on board, financially they have no interest in terms of worrying about if the unit doesn't make any money. You are still somebody who's got to worry about. You know, the management company will go, yeah, we haven't got enough bookings, yeah, maybe we did break even, maybe you didn't make any profit, but they still make their money from a management per bookings they're getting, but you will probably end up with a loss, and that's something that you need to be aware of. So now let's talk about the cons, because you self-managing also comes with a bit of challenge. And the first one I want to talk about is creating system. Now, when you're first starting your short-term rental business, you need to create a lot of system in place, be operational, challenges in terms of channel managers, housekeeping team. All of this is creating a robust system in your first unit that you can replicate it on all the others. Now, you know, if you're not a business person and you've never done it before, you are going to face challenge creating systems. So something I'd highly recommend to overcome that is sit down and write the workflow, write the processes down, look at where the strength you've got in that workflow and where the weaknesses are, and you can start investing time in it. But obviously that is a little bit of con when you're starting it, but as you grow your business, you will look after that pretty well. The second one on self-managing is time management. Look, if you're time poor, which 90% of my clientele who are firstly investing on short-term rental business are people who've got a job or have got other businesses, right? And they've now ventured into service accommodation or short-term rental business. Now, if you're time poor, doesn't mean the business does not need attention. You know, there are in times where your business will need attention, be physically or be virtually. And if you don't be able to give that time, like I've seen one of the biggest challenge I faced with one of my clients who had numbers of bookings, small bookings before they came and worked with me. They had some check-in and check-outs information they were manually sending, which from a time pool perspective, because they were in a job, they only finish work at 5, somebody's checking in at 3 o'clock and they don't have the check-in information, your guest automatically will have a bad experience. And that was not the fault of the investor or my client. It was going back into just time management and being time poor. So if you're looking to start your unit and you are time poor, that is going to face you a little bit of challenge. Well guys, look, this is such an interesting topic, management company versus self-managing, and I think there's loads of things we can talk about. I just wanted to give you guys an overview of how I've been feeling around working with management company itself, and I could see some of the big companies doing so well for their clients, making them money, but then having some operational challenges. I've seen clients like who are self-managing doing really well in their numbers, but then operationally they're slacking. So as a business, you will face challenges. I hope this kind of gave you an overview of what you need to expect from each, management, self-management, or giving it to a management company. I would love to know your experience. If you're already operating and you're looking to scale, or you're thinking about using a management company, please make sure you comment down below any questions you may have, and I'll try and actually speak to a management companies I work with and see if I can get them answered for you as well. So guys, thank you so much for watching another Grow Your BnB video. I really enjoy sharing this knowledge based on the facts that I've been going through. And yeah, look, go and check out all the other videos that we've done. But for now, we'll be back with another video soon.